Hi, Kim Castellano here from Power of One. Really excited just to have this opportunity to talk to everyone. We're excited about actually a workshop that I've been really working on. It's called Fasting for Spiritual Breakthrough, and it's scheduled for December 7th at Woodrow Wilson Middle School, and I'm really encouraging everyone to come out. But just want to really talk about fasting, and I'm here with my friend Laura Orbe from Healing Through Nutrition, and just to talk a little bit about what fasting is so that you will definitely register for this workshop for December 7th. So talking about my friend Laura, before I just want to introduce you to her. We go back for about 10 years now as our friendship, but there was a time in my life and my whole family's life that we were not eating right. We were on processed foods, eating fast, eating lots of dinners. I don't think there were that many vegetables in our diet. Nope. So, from our friendship and Laura being a vegan and how your family was eating and just the influence that you had on myself and Kelly especially, I did say one day I was fasting. And because I've been fasting for many years now, and when I said to Laura that I was going to be fasting, you say, okay, Kim, hold on one second. You got to get this book. And she gave me this wonderful gift. She gave me hers off her bookshelf, which was The Daniel Fast by Susan Gregory. And you say, Kim, before you step into doing fasting, please do me a favor. Do it and do it right and use this. So I did. I did use Jensen Franklin. I love him. That's how I did corporate. I didn't know what I was doing, but I was trying, kicking and screaming, going through this thing. So I found in my life that, from this book, this was very helpful. And then next thing you know, we really reconnected, and you became a nutritional coach.
Yes.
And I was already in the coaching, and so that's when we started really working together, and that's when I seen the most of the transformation happen in myself. I never ate quinoa before until I met Laura Orbe, or roasted vegetables in the oven with certain things together. So fasting, this workshop is not just about the food, in which Laura, you're going to talk to us about this wonderful book, but the spiritual part of fasting is why you're fasting. And usually fasting, you really doesn't make sense to the natural mind, right? It doesn't. You need a spiritual mindset or just a spiritual outlook, and then you really need to trust in God. Because if God is calling you to fasting, you really need to trust God on this. You don't just go fast. It's something that, we can learn by the great men and women in the Bible who have fasted. Jesus' disciples fasted, and they fasted for many reasons. And for us too, we fast for many reasons, for breakthrough. When there's something in our life, especially if we have these strong addictions to sin, sometimes you need to fast. Sometimes you really need to press in, and you need to just call out heaven. You need the power that comes from fasting.
That's right.
And also freedom from, the emotional, your emotions, your feelings and stuff like that. Some of them are negative, and you really need some breakthrough. So there's many reasons. Also, major life decisions. Some people say that, hey, don't buy a house until you really fast and pray. Don't change those jobs until you fast and pray. One of the things I learned was from fasting the Lord's Prayer last year. I picked this book up from Jensen actually wrote the foreword on it. It was the Lord's Prayer. So if you've never fasted before, how sweet it is to fast the Lord's Prayer. I think we can all relate to, the Our Father who art in heaven. And we could, but fasting it and then hearing it from, a biblical perspective and its meaning. This was a great book I used last year, and it really strengthened my relationship with Jesus so much that I think that during the fast, it's the faith that your faith is strengthened. Mm-hmm. And during the fast, it's sometimes the only time that you have those opportunities to increase your faith in God. Yes. So you get to know Him better. So also if you're in financial stress, and you need a breakthrough in your finances, fasting is definitely for breakthrough. So fasting isn't for everyone, but if God is calling you to fast, we really want people to fast right now. We do really appreciate, Laura, that you knew that my heart wanted to fast, and I had no idea what I was doing. I was just going to go do it, and I didn't just drink water, but you showed me how to do the Daniel fast. And then that Daniel fast transformed my eating habits. So I look forward to January being my yearly fast, because if any things I've picked up through the year, especially if you have too much ice cream in your freezer, it's time to purge everything. So if you've seen any of my Facebook posts, I purged my cabinets already, prepping and getting ready and trying to get rid of things that are just not good in my refrigerator or in my cabinets. So with that, the Daniel fast. So tell us a little bit about, what are the benefits really of fasting the Daniel fast? What is the Daniel fast?
Okay, well, thank you, Kim. Nice words. But there are many different types of fasts. There are, you could fast from anything. I mean, fasting is really a discipline for breakthrough in your life. First of all, spiritually, with the Daniel fast, and secondly, physically. With this type of fast that we're talking about, there are water fasts, there are juice fasts, there are, media fasts, but we are talking about a partial fast, where we're not going to be eating any meat, any dairy, any processed foods. It's like, oh my gosh, what am I going to eat? Well, there's more to eat than not to eat. When Daniel and his two friends fasted, they did it because they knew the king's food was not God's will for them. That was not the food God wanted them to eat. And they decided to fast and have just vegetables, no wine, and just wholesome foods that God said was all right to eat. And at the end of 21 days, their energy level was up. They were better looking than the other guys who were eating from the king's table, and they did very well. With fasting, and when you're doing the Daniel fast, again, you're not having any processed food.
No.
But you will have increased energy level. You're going to break your addiction to sugar, which is a huge addiction. People don't even realize that they have. Caffeine. If you decide to give up coffee in the Daniel fast, you should give up coffee. Right. Caffeine. You're going to improve your eliminations. You're going to improve detoxification in your body. And weight loss. A lot of people like to kind of drop weight in January from all the holiday eating and whatnot. That is a healthy way of doing it.
Right.
And you will be eating wholesome, healthy, plant-based meals.
Right. Now I'm really excited because we are charging a little bit of money for this workshop on December 7th because Laura is going to cook us up some stuff, right? We're going to cook a meal from your menus. Now tell me about your menus, because you have those menus.
Right, I have put together 21 days of breakfast, lunches, and dinners with recipes and easy, everything plant-based, everything delicious for the people who decide to come on December 7th and do
we'll have a meal together.
Yeah, and we'll have a meal together.
Basically, I'm going to just probably have like a handout, because I'm good for handouts in the workshop, and we'll have like a step-by-step, how do you get started on your fast. So they don't have to do 21 days either. You can just do it for a day. You could fast. I know that, if you learn from this, from fasting the Lord's Prayer, Townsend said that what he did was he would just fast on a Friday afternoon, right? Like a 12 to 6, and that's when you fast. But basically, the Daniel fast, we're going to have a meal, and we're going to do the 21 days, and we're going to give them handouts at that workshop. But we really want to encourage new people or people who have done this before and want to really tweak it, or
both.
We want everybody.
We want everyone
to come.
And the thing is, there is so much to eat, and people get really scared off that they're not going to be eating, or they're going to be weak. Am I going to be able to work out? Am I going to be able to work? You're going to have more energy. You're not having processed food in your body. And then on December 7th, I'll get into more detail about what's going to be going on with your body. It's going to be positive.
It's going to be, I know it struggles, I struggle in the first couple of days. I mean, I do, they say to try and, before you start, have that start date. On December 7th, we'll have people work out a start date, how long they're going to do it, and then you have to have a plan. And they have to plan, what are your meals going to look like? What, are your whole family doing it, or is it just you doing it, and how are you going to make those? Because I know that the workshops, I never did a workshop, but I know people have asked me to do workshops, and I just wasn't sure. It wasn't really time, wasn't ready. But I did one-on-ones with people who were like half their house was doing it and the other haven't. So it was kind of like there's a struggle in the house when only a couple people are fasting and the others aren't. So how do you adjust a meal? How do you, so that's something I know that people had questions about. But I wasn't really ready for a workshop, so now I think I'm ready. I think if this is something that's going to be good, we can do this every year.
Well, I will just say this. I had one woman that was doing it for 21 days. I think she has 6 children. and she was making the food that I was, that the menu plan that I had for her. She told me before she got home, her kids were eating the meals.
Because they're delicious.
They're good.
They're really
They're
good eating, and I think we all
Yeah.
forgot about what good food tastes like
Exactly.
healthy food with nothing in them. And then again, when you learn how to cook like this, then you're going to change the way you eat. And I'm not going to be like a miracle in 1 year. I've been fasting for many years,
Yeah.
and now I'll eat asparagus. I'll eat quinoa. I'll
You
eat
never ate asparagus before.
flaxseed. I'm making stuff with flaxseed, even though the flaxseed existed. And then you had made for tonight. You had made some oatmeal cookies. Is that
They're
cookies?
not,
They're not cookies.
No, well, in a way they are cookies, but this I
They
just
look
wanted
like
to show
cookies.
something that you can have on the fast.
Right.
They're raisins, apples, walnuts, and it does look like a cookie, and I'm going to show it to you right now.
Mm-hmm.
And you could eat it, and it's delicious. I stopped somewhere before I came here, and I was just showing somebody. They ate half the jar that I was going to bring here.
I know that when we have one of the other things that Laura does do, and I didn't share that, but if you have a kitchen, we get Laura to come in and she teaches us a little bit about cooking. And I remember
cooking classes,
plant-based cooking classes, and it's kind of like we get so excited because you give us a full course meal, we have fun, and then you learn foods and learn about foods, but you eat things that you never would have eaten before. And now Kelly, even though she's not here, very picky, but I'm impressed that when we did that one class, she just changed all the way she was eating. That was it. She was hooked. So
kale. She was
eating kale chips, kale. So it's exciting when you learn a new fruit, a new vegetable, and soups.
Yep.
But it does take planning. So at the workshop, you do, in order to succeed in the fast. I know that I've succeeded my best and made it easy on myself when I planned.
Yes.
So you have to plan. So it is going to be work.
Yes.
I mean, I'm not going to say, hey, magic food's going to come in. And it does get costly, but there are stores that you can shop that are discounted because you're eating it right away. You're eating.
You know what? I find it's a lot less money than you think it is. Seriously, when you think if you're not going out and you're not buying Oreos and you're not buying pizza and you're not buying ice cream, tubs of ice cream, and you're focusing on plants and plant-based food, it's going to be a lot cheaper than you think it is.
Yeah. It's just different the way.
It is different.
It's different.
It's a lifestyle change.
Yeah, total lifestyle. I do have to confess, I still like mac and cheese. But it's a treat. It's a treat.
Guess what? I've come up with a mac and cheese that's plant-based.
A recipe? Oh my gosh. Okay, so we're going to have to get
I
Kelly.
made it for a cooking class recently,
Awesome.
and everyone.
I love my mac and cheese. Okay, so we're going to have to check that out. So listen, December 7th, 6:30, Woodrow Wilson Middle School. Myself, Kim Castellano, and Laura Orbe will be your host for a workshop. You have to register because I don't know how much room we have, but
how much food to make.
And how much food to make. So we want to be able to feed everyone.
Yes.
It's from 6:30 to 8:30. It's worth the $20 to go out to eat and eat something from Laura's Kitchen. It's amazing, and to also pick up some excellent information about fasting, that spiritual breakthrough. Breakthrough. So again, the books, if you're really into this and you really want to do this, you want to go to the Amazon or wherever and get the books. Fasting the Lord's Prayer, excellent resource. If you've never fasted before, this is, and you have a small faith, like maybe of the mustard seed, pick this book up, and let me tell you something, you'll see the Lord's Prayer differently, I promise. If you're really gung-hi-ho ready for, to really fast and do it with everything you need, and plus Susan Gregory also has a website. She does have everything you need. She's definitely got a great organization, and she'll help you every step of the way. And this is devotions are in these books every day. So again, just looking forward to it. Please send me an email, Kim at powerof1ccom.org. Let me know that you want to register. Go to the website. It's click on the events, breakthrough for Spiritual Breakthrough event, and just give me your name and email. It's real simple. That's it. Pay us at the door. Just get us to let us know that you're coming, and then pay us at the door when you come. So
$20.
$20, and it's all nonprofit. So
Yes.
it's not like we're making thousands of bucks over here. It's to pay
Professional.
for the supplies. We really want to see people healed, healthy, having breakthrough in their life. We want to see God
Yes.
move in people's life and experience the power that comes from fasting. You know,
Yes.
I'm excited about
Oh, so
another
great.
year of fasting because I just came out of an amazing year going into it. I don't know how to outbeat that one. God's got work to do, but He's
Oh,
amazing. He really is. So thank you, Laura. Thank you,
you.
everyone. See you at the workshop.
See you December 7th.